And we are live. Let me know you're here. Say hi in the comment section. I'm going to be unboxing a couple things from MoYu and going through it here so you can ask questions directly in the chat. And yeah, that's what we're going to spend here maybe a half hour, I don't know, an hour, see how long it takes, and go through the puzzles, do some solves, and take it apart, put it back together. Let me know what you think. So I've got two puzzles here. Let's grab these two. I love the way MoYu has been doing these too. They've just been putting my name on it. That P in SpeechGPT is really interesting. So we've got to change this camera around, though. We can't just be staring at my background that exists. Let's go to here. Let's switch this around. So I'm going to first do the smaller one. Hey, Cuber. Hey, Sloth. You are not late. Is it Theo? Tail? We have just gotten going, and okay, so this RS3M. Actually, wait, that's the I thought that was gonna be like a 2x2. What is this giant thing here? I thought that was gonna be the bigger one. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this one yet. Hold on, I've got to check this one. I was asked to hold off on it talking about something until MoYu has released it. So give me just a second to figure out what's in this box. It's not the regular one, unless it's what I think it is. So let me know what MoYu has discussed recently, because apparently I missed it. And apparently I dropped a cap to a razor blade, which is never a good way of starting. Let's find out. Yeah, there's something secret in here. Okay, they've talked about this, or they've shown it, I believe. If not, I'll get in trouble, but we'll find out. If I suddenly disappear, you know what happened. So what it was in the bigger box was this 2x2. It doesn't have a name, but it was in a WRM box. But this 2x2 has magnetic adjustments. How many magnets? Is it just one corner? I think it's just one corner. Yeah. So magnetic adjusted 2x2, you only adjust one corner to adjust everything. There are 5 different settings. Can I zoom out a bit? Let me see what I can do. I'd have to raise the camera up. I could do this. Let me move it over a little bit, then raise it up. That way it's more on the side of me. Let me know if that's a little bit better. It's more to the side, so actually that might be okay right here. So, okay, a 2x2. It feels 50 millimeters. This is not a big puzzle. So here's a 251. Yeah, it's a 50 millimeter 2x2. And is this magnets feel okay. Magnets feel medium strength. What is it on right now? Where did the magnets go? It's on 1. So what if I set these magnets to 5? Let's find out. What happens if we set these 2x2 magnets to 5? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, reset it back to 1. When you're counting up to 5, don't count 1 again. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. We're going to do both. Come on. Come on. You can do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do the second side of this. It's really cool with the 2x2. Yeah, you only need to adjust the magnets on one piece, and that'll be the whole puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason is, if you're wondering, hey, how does that work? How do you adjust just one piece? Well, when you move a 2x2, you are always moving that one piece. Or at least it's influencing everything else. So if I'm holding onto the piece and moving another layer, it's going to be the same attractiveness of the magnet than it would be if I held the other layer and moved it. So now, much lighter. It's I don't know what my webcam is. Someone asked if it's a Logitech 930. It's a Logitech something. This one in front's a really bad one. So the magnet choices you have with this are very, very light and kind of medium. It doesn't feel like, at least in my opinion, it can't really get too strong. Let's click on both back to 1. 1 is the strongest. Come on. 1, get in there. There we go. Oh, almost there. There we go. There we go. And then 1 more. How's the microphone? I'm trying to do some noise canceling with it. Let me know what you think of that. I wish I can get like the video quality amazing with live streams, but I just don't think that's really possible. Oh, there is also spring compression with this. So let's test that out. Okay. I can't see any dials here, but I could feel it click 5 clicks. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this last one resets it. So I'm going to go 4 clicks up, which I'm going to expect is a higher tension of the spring. Then they have just the regular screw in here. So it's kind of like everything we're getting in 3x3s in a 2x2. Okay. That is, I'm going to use a technical term, squishier feeling. It feels like I just put a lot of lubrication in it. And it wants to snap back. It might be too strong for me. I was going to tighten it with the screwdriver, but no, I think I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do some solves. Actually, why don't I just get a timer out and use that? And then we're going to go to the RS3M, which is the big one that everyone's been talking about the last couple days. Let me do this one here, and then I'm going to get the... Oh, I did the wrong thing. I knew I was going to solve the top layer, and I had opposite swap for those pieces. So let's go to my timer. I like using 5 timer. I could, where is it? There we go. That's it. Let's get 2x2 out. We'll just do an average of 5. See how that goes. This cube mat, real quick, this cube mat, it says has my logo on it. If I zoomed out a little bit more, I made it. And then Inked Gaming printed it. I don't know. I don't think you can just like say, hey, I want the Speed Cube review one, but someone did ask for it, and they said that, I just came up. I gave them the image, or I asked them to ask Inked if they could use it. But anyways, do I have a timer on here? 15-second timer? I do not. I don't want it. Okay, red is not too bad. Smooth. There's my lackluster solving ability for 2x2. The Kid Birder, is the Mini Emperor worth it? Well, this is a MoYu live stream, so I can't really come up with it. But I love it. I love smaller puzzles, but it might they're adjusting something, so it might not be out for just a little bit longer because they're trying to fix something. But I love it. I love smaller puzzles. Shoot. That was my fault. I should have seen that coming. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, this is a bad solve. Yeah, I'll ignore that. This is actually too tight. I'm just going to go back to the looser one. Click these. Bab says, should I refund my RS3M for this one? Well, I haven't unboxed this yet, so we'll talk about it then. That has something really special. RS3M 2020 is an amazing puzzle, though. That's what I used for my Creator Cube with Speed Cube Shop. Got my Speed Cube Shop shirt on right now. Okay, 2 more solves for 2x2, and then we're going to go to this thing. So we bought the light version. Now I like stronger magnets. So actually with the WRM 2021, the WRM is great too. Okay, here we go. Now let's solve the bottom layer. And then, wait. Oh, jeez. I knew what I was doing, and then I stopped halfway through my CLL to question myself if I knew what I was doing. Last one. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I need to adjust tensions. It's a great 2x2. I feel like 2x2 is hard to mess up. So the fact that you have different options with springs and tensions, I actually, it's almost wanting to compress a bit too much. So I need to mess with it. If you're into 2x2 and really like fine tuning and tweaking, this is amazing. Link in the description where you can, the SpeedCube Shop has both of these now, I believe. So you can use discount code SCR. Oh, and also, wait, I didn't write discount code SCR in anything, but I'll get that up there. But yeah, I like slightly larger puzzles, so I don't know if I would use this. I feel it's a 51 or 52 millimeter. It'd be my main for sure. Okay, let's go to the main act here. Next is WRM 2021 or RS3M 2021. They're very, very similar. I would say the RS3M is more naturally stable, and you can make it a little more flexible with adjustments. And the WRM is more naturally flexible, and you can make it more stable. So it's kind of, you know, adjusting there. Arda asked what my main cube is. I really don't have one. I switch up my cubes very often. I've been using the GAN Mini a lot lately because it just came out. But if there's a I don't know, if there's a competition, I might use that just because I'm used to it right now. But I mix things up so much. Accessories, screwdriver, tensiony thing. Awesome. FRVNX, is it easy to be sub 10 and 2x2? Yes. Real quick, here's why. If you just do layer by layer, you know, you have to work on that. But even using Ortega method, which is like 3 simple algorithms, turning slowly, you can still do something like, let's see here, how would I do this? And then, there we go. I'm assuming that was under 10. Okay. This is the RS3M 2021, which RS3, that's their budget line. So this is like under $15. A homeschool cubing, what do you call a speed cubing animal from Australia? The kangaroo? Maybe? That's my guess. All right. The pieces. Let's just look at some pieces first. It feels heavy. It feels heavier than other ones than like I'm used to. I have my scale here. Let's check it out. I had my scale here. Where is it? There we go. Scale's here. So let's see. I think the other one was around like 75 grams or something like that. This is 91. Yeah, this is heavier puzzle. It's now that's what puzzles used to be. So actually the hold it in. There we go. The Oolong GT. That's the Oolong that had squared off corners. That was a bit of a flop. That was over 100 grams. That was a heavy cube. So this is heavy. It doesn't feel like, again, air. But especially for us older cubers have been cubing for longer than, 4 years, we're used to this. Okay, taking a piece out. Wow, it's actually very tight right now. No magnet adjustment settings here. The pieces look identical to the RS3M. And it looks identical here, although we have that spring or the magnet. So these are magnets, meaning there's no spring noise. it feels no different than a spring. At least for me, it feels no different. It's very smooth and comfortable. Jeez. Yeah, this RC. I made a video some years back talking about how there's going to be a bubble that bursts where they go from really expensive cubes to really cheap one because a really cheap one's going to be great. And in my opinion, the RS3M did that. And MoYu, thank you so much. MoYu has the best tensioning system. There's nothing crazy about it. I'm setting it to the tightest right now. But there's 8 settings. Now, technically they have a tool for it, but you don't need it. I've been in a bind where I had the cube and I was like, I want to adjust the settings, and I just sort of like use my nail and adjust it. But there's 8 settings for it, and I just love the screw, the standard screw setting. Somebody mentioned about stripped cores. I haven't really seen that too much, so if you have, contact your retailer. The feet are primary, at least here. The feet are primary, which I think was the original WRM. Wow, this feels super tight now and super slow. I'm going to use it super slow right now. Let me see a couple questions. We've got FRVNX. What about sub 5? Sub 5 is not too bad. That's sort of a hard barrier that I feel like a lot of Ortega people, even people who do EG, getting under 5 is like that barrier. If you're really good at recognizing 4 is not hard, 3 is even doable. After that, knowing EG is definitely essential. So, Peleg, ounces. I don't know. I always use grams. Let's see here. A couple other things real quick. Yeah, cubes are measured with grams. I've always seen them with grams. Tornado V2, I'm going to not talk about other ones right now. Okay. Homeschool cubing, you should not worry about spamming TPS because even, top solvers are constantly turning at, on average, 10 TPS constantly. So, no, you're completely fine. It has no effect on the screws. This is really tight. These are on the highest MagLev settings and the tightest screws. Not tightest screws. You can just, it's a screw. But I haven't adjusted it. It's pretty tight. So let's do a solve. Let's see how this goes. First solve, it's really tight right now, so I don't know how I feel about this. Whoop. Yeah, I need to adjust the settings. Whoa, I did the wrong one. Okay, a couple things. First thoughts, real quick. I don't see a big issue, big difference with the MagLev tensioning. If there were springs, it'd feel about the same. Wow, yeah, that was really tight. So it's a cool concept. It adds quite a bit of weight to it, which I'm okay with, although my arthritis is not acting up right now, so we should be okay. I'm going to loosen the screws a little bit, which is surprising that Mr. Speech Review is loosening the screws. Yeah, if you have just arrived, feel free to say hi in the chat. Just let me know you're here. But yeah, spam TPS all you want. However, that doesn't always make you a better cuber. Learning how to execute certain algorithms, whoop, bad example, like that is good. Now I put this on the lightest magnet settings. I might make it, yeah, I'm gonna move it to the middle. I think that's a little bit too light. Fried ice. If your RS3M core stripped, contact the place you bought it from, because it shouldn't at all. Let me click to 4. Technically, I guess this would be 5. But yeah, to me, this is the best tensioning system. Just a screw, very simple elasticity setting. or a MagLev setting. Oh, somebody asked what MagLev means. It's magnetic levitation. It's originally, I don't know if it's originally, but used often in trains because they're propelled by magnets. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. So I'll do this random scramble, and then I'll do some solves with my timer. Well, it's a heavy puzzle. It's hefty. No spring noise. That's nice. Okay, yellow cross is not bad. Ooh, actually, let's do some roux. Oh, geez, actually, roux on green. Where's that green edge? Where are you, edge? There we go. How do I start this? How am I going to do this? That's what I'm going to do. Okay. That was bad. Oh, geez, what am I doing? Okay, having a good cube doesn't make you a better cuber. Just so you know. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. For First Eagle, I don't know if I'm pronounced correctly. Ask about tip for two-sided recognition for CMLL. One thing for CMLL is find your patterns. So, for example, this one, opposite colors, same colors. Even if I see it here, I can see that same thing, but it's or let's say here, H case, I can see opposite colors, same colors. So it's just practice them, see those. As far as comparison, oh geez, I actually don't know where that puzzle is right now. Let's see here. I just moved some stuff around, trying to clean some things up. But a direct comparison, I don't think any of the other puzzle, I've used it so much. They feel nearly identical. Honestly, the magnets, I can't, if someone gave me and said, oh, check out this new system, I wouldn't know. I'd have no clue. Is it bad? Is it good? Neutral. It's not game changing. And I don't know if everyone's going to follow suit, but if you like a more hefty puzzle, this would be it. If you want something a bit lighter, the 2020 might be more up your alley. Or 2021. Did they come out with one in 2021? Am I just confusing that? Let me know. Like if you add some candy cane lubricant, it tastes great. Do not eat the lubricant. Cost Nexus, it should be around a little under $15. I think it's like 13 or something like that, maybe 14. And if you use discount code SCR, you can save a little bit more at SpeedCube Shop. Yeah, let me explain the system real quick. Let's unscrew it and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. Okay, I did that to count how many turns I did. So we have two magnets that push away from each other. So just like a spring would, as it compresses, they want to pull away. And if you adjust this blue part, it pushes them closer together, meaning there's less room for it to flex, but also a stronger repulsion because they're closer together. So it just sort of sits right in there. These ring magnets. Oh, geez. Can I get that in there nicely? Or if I just push it down? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'll get it generally close. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit. I could loosen all these a little bit. I'll leave it at that. Let's go cubing. Honey is a Deathless sponsored Cubist discount code. So you have to know it and share it. Tell your friends. Blake, I love you, man. We need. My dog does too. Mojo. Mojo is right there. Sideways Mojo. Being really anxious. Okay, let's do some solves. I'm going to do an average of 5. Hopefully with the amazing Blake Thompson here, I will get some world record solves. Actually, I had like an 8-second solve earlier, and I noticed I finished F2L in 4 seconds, and I just wish for last layer skips. Okay, but I'm going to move the mic a little bit. There we go. It's going to be slightly in camera so I can lean over. Okay. Oh, good cross. Kind of. Let's see here. That is my dog being really anxious. I'm flipped up a little bit there. Okay, Rubik's Impossible. I have a video on the Rubik's Impossible. I'm sure. Wait, you should be off of slow mode since you donated. I wonder if I can turn certain people off slow mode. The funny thing is my dog doesn't really want anything. He doesn't really want attention. He just wants us to not do anything. Okay. I'm just worried he's going to bark because his barks are loud. No. Oh, that's not great. B perm. Not bad times. If I tried to teach Motor how to solve a 1x1, he'd probably try to eat it. He is what my wife calls a garbage gut. He will just take anything and try to eat it. It's awful too. He will get revenge. Like we will leave the house and he doesn't get into stuff because he's like, I don't know, bored. He will look for things to get into right after we leave and then just like let it sit there for us to find when we come home. This white cross. I've been doing a lot more white cross lately. Probably, should experiment more, but it just works really well. Nope. Started wrong. E-perm. I would like, actually, I think I'm going to add a little bit of lubrication to this because, yeah, it almost feels like, I almost want to say it feels like the original RS3M. Because the RS3M original one was a little bit heftier. I think the pieces are more similar to the original one. So it's a little bit like that. Jugert, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. The ambition has been a little iffy with me for 4x4, but I tried tighter tensions. It feels opposite, but it sometimes really helps. Samuel, let me check. Explain it to me more clear on my Rubik's Impossible. Yeah, I'll help out with Rubik's Impossible in just a second. Let me do some solves here. Keep asking questions. I'm going to probably wrap this up pretty soon because I don't want to just ramble and get a little boring live stream. But let's... Got a little bit lost there after making my cross. I should have done a U prime before doing my last pair, so I would have had edges solved. So as far as the Rubik's Impossible, look for patterns. And what I mean by that is if you see a piece that's like red on one side and orange on the other, or things like that, like you can start with a few different ways, but once you get going, there's only one piece that'll work or that you have left. And so like I'll see 2 pieces that could have orange and white, 1 piece that's only orange and blue. So, okay, so that one's orange and blue. The other one has to be orange and white. You could even write stuff down like I have this here and I don't have that one here. And there are some that look exactly the same. So after I thought it was solved, it couldn't be solved because I had to swap 2 individual pieces. This does not compare at all to the GAN 11 Mini. It's heavier. It's a couple millimeters larger. This to me is a more standard run-of-the-mill puzzle that is trying something new. Will it stick? Will it stay? I'm not quite sure about that, but it's something new. What am I doing? Wait. How did I do that? What? I did flip cross with like a wrong edge. Thank you very much. Okay, Christian, this timer is 5-timer. It works well. It's not a free one, and it doesn't honestly do too much special, but it works well. And I've written the creator of it because I found a glitch, and he immediately was like, "Okay, I'll fix it for you. Now it's fixed now." So yeah, it's definitely worth, in my opinion, at least supporting people who are really trying to make good programs. Oh, I don't like this start. Not at all. Good X cross though. But that's wasting moves. Just so you know, I actually talk to myself like that, not when I'm on a live stream. Oh, the dog's name, homeschool keeping. So he's Mojo because the people that had him before us named him Mojo, and they couldn't take care of him anymore. My other dog is Nutella, and Nutella was named also by another family that was taking care of him, and then they gave her up because she jumped too much. However, she was a puppy, so I think that's ridiculous. Samuel, about your Rubik's Impossible. Right now in the chat, I won't be able to help you, but write me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram. We can walk through it there. Okay. Yeah, Bab, sorry about for your people. I actually said at this time, wondering if anyone from the school I teach at is going to be in the chat. And if you are, let me know. And if you do, maybe you get a free A, but it's just a maybe. Okay. Wait, there we go. I'm actually trying to turn a little bit faster. I'm not liking those M slices a little bit, but sometimes when I'm turning faster, I'm definitely messing up. What do I teach? I am an orchestra teacher. I have a bachelor's in music education and a master of music. So I'm teaching orchestra to 2nd through 8th graders, actually. So hopefully none of the 2nd graders have a YouTube account. If you do, just tell your parents. They should know. Okay, so I think send me an email. Go to Samuel, go to speechtube.com and use the contact there. We can email. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 more solves and then call it a day. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Blake Thompson, for being the superest of super chats. There's my dog, who is saying thank you to everyone. And yeah, 5 more solves, and then we're going to wrap it up. So put any questions you have in the comment section. I'll try to answer those before I go. Yellow cross is looking quite lovely. Okay, orange, green. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do first, too. COLL. Got excited for a second thinking that was, alas, PL skip. GS cubing, what's my worst turning cube? I don't know. Some of the original ones that, like, it's not a 3x3, but the Shengsha Dino cube. It's just I literally just throw it in a drawer. It was awful. Owen, is color neutrally worth it? 100%. I stick to mainly white cross. However, this is a good example. Orange, I've got 2 pieces already. I've got a pair already for orange. So I wouldn't want to waste it. Now, how am I going to do this one? I think I might solve the pair first and then finish that yellow cross. Now, that doesn't mean that I always do color neutral solves. I'm definitely just a little bit slower than if I did a white cross. However, when you have really good, also doesn't mean you're going to do the AUF. When you have really good starts like that, there was a moment, I've talked about this, it was a competition that Bill Lang got a national record on 3x3. It was a Michigan cubing comp. And there was an orange cross that was a 1-move cross. And I remember getting an inspection. I'm just looking at it. And I was like, I wish I could solve this. I wish I felt comfortable doing F2L off orange cross, and I just ignored it then and did something else. And that was where I was like, I need to learn how to do this. It's kind of like learning Ru. I don't do Ru all the time, but when I get a good Ru start, I get better times than I think I would if I just forced C-Fop on white cross. Oh, the Rubik's Impossible, Samuel. If you go in the channel, if you type in, like when you click on the channel, there's a search thing, or you could just YouTube search Speed Cube Review Impossible, and it should show up. If not, I'll send me the email. If you can't find it, send me an email. I'll give you a link to it. Let's see here. Wait, so you said that this one feels the same as the old one, but the old one's probably already broken in and lubed. So what do you say? Oh, what I'm saying, Babs, about this feeling like the old RS3M is that it's like the original, the RS3M that they came out with, I think 2 iterations ago, because the most recent one's much lighter and much faster out of the box. Oh, and yes, I would say I'm method neutral and color neutral. I could do. No, I don't feel comfortable doing Ru on this solve. That F12 felt really clunky. GS King, what's my biggest N-by-N puzzle? I believe I have a 17x17. Yeah, I do. I've done a couple things on it. I want to do more patterns, but it's just finding time to do the patterns because that takes a while. Ooh, this I could do Ru. Yeah, I'll do Ru on this one. Shoot. I'm going to mess up that if I do it that way. Came into a little bit of a pickle, but I'll just do that. Oh, geez, what did I do? How did I do that? What did I even do there? Oh, I hate when that happens. So we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're just gonna eliminate that solve. Link in my message. So yeah, so Samuel, just either go to the channel and type in Impossible or type in YouTube Rubik's Impossible SpeedCube review. Or if you go to speedcubereview.com, just message me there. That way you don't need anything special. Quirky Cuber, do I prefer it over normal springs? Honestly, it feels like normal springs. I cannot tell a difference, and it, as much as I want to say it really makes a difference, I can't tell any difference at all. Yeah, let me go to 15 solves. I kind of lost count, so I'm at 11 right now. GS Cubing, what can you do to be sub 15? Just practice slowly. Here, I'll do a slow solve here to show you what I mean. It's more like if you can be efficient, you don't need to really turn super fast to be sub 15. It's not a bad start to a Rui type solve. So even with turning slightly slower, that was a 13-second solve. So you don't need to turn fast. Just focus on eliminating pauses and just being efficient, which for CFOP is around 60 moves. Let's see here. Anything else? Okay. 3 more solves. Keep just adding that farther. And I really want... Oh, okay. This could be a decent Ru solve. There we go. Not too bad for yourself. Can I do a 3-blind solve? I'm not going to do it right now. I'm a little out of practice with it. After I got my multi-blind success, I was like, I think I'm good. I don't need to do anymore. Okay. Oh, that was a lockout. Trying to do a COLL. Did not help. No, looking ahead is essential. Brody the Cuber, if he said you don't need to look ahead, that's a lie. Looking ahead is literally something you do every single day. Literally, when you read a book, you are looking ahead. When you're walking down a street, you're looking ahead. When you are playing Mario, you are looking ahead of where you're actually doing. Saying you don't need look ahead is missing the fact that you are already doing it. The big thing with look ahead, and actually, who was it? It was oh geez, I'm drawing a really bad blank. Who's the cuber that dropped the cube when he almost got like a sub-3 solve? From Australia. Someone write in the chat, because I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on this. He shared one of my look ahead videos to his email saying, check this out, read this. And he commented, he's like, this is it. The big thing with looking ahead is just not looking at your own hands. Jada McNeil, thank you. I don't know how I forgot that. So looking ahead is just not looking at your hands. So hold on, before I get to that 15th solve, yeah, let's talk about this. I get a little frustrated because people are like, you don't need look ahead. You're already doing it. If you say you don't need it, that's just a lie, because you're literally doing it. It's not something you learn. Okay, so here, let's solve a white cross here. And not a great start, but I could do. So if I plan this out, I want to plan it out with this corner piece also here, which means I'm going, and where is that green edge? Okay. So while I have the cross planned out, so while I'm doing that, I'm looking at the camera as I do this. So I'm getting that green corner down, putting that blue edge down. While I'm doing that, if I was solving at the cube, I would be looking for this piece because I wasn't following it. But I could now insert that. And while I'm inserting that, I'm looking at different pieces, like this one right here, this blue and orange. And I see it lined up with the edge. So already I'm planning how to insert that. I see this blue and red's actually going to be inserted incorrectly. But oh, I see that green and red. So it's more that it's not so much that you're learning something new, but just that you're not looking at your fingers. The more you know, the more you're used to F2L, the more used to your algorithms, the easier you can look ahead, the farther you can look ahead, because you know what your cube's going to do. It really does develop with time too. It's not something that you can't avoid learning. It will develop as you go. So yeah, don't ever, if anyone says you don't need look ahead, that is just complete misunderstanding of what it is. Okay. With that said, let's do a final solve. Welcome to my diatribe. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, one more. Let's see. Let's make this a good one. Ooh, okay. So I've got my first pair planned out. Ah, a little catchy there. 13 even. Great. So, some reviews of these puzzles. We have a 2x2 that's 50 millimeters, which I prefer a little bit larger ones. I know some people just love that 50 millimeter feel. Adjustable magnets. You have technically 10 settings, I believe, because 5 on one magnet, 5 on another. Wait, no, it'd be more than that, wouldn't it? Because 5 settings on 1, 5 settings on 2, 5 settings. Is there 25 different magnet tensions? Because, although no, because 1 and 3 and maybe 3 and 1 would be the same. So I don't know. I don't want to do the stats of that, but there's a lot of different magnet settings to get that exact amount. There are tension settings, and basically everything you see on a 3x3, but in a 2x2. I'm surprised it's taken this long to really get that elasticity setting adjustment. I feel like, are there any other 2x2s that have the elasticity adjustment? Is it just screws? and magnets on some of them. I think so. For the 3x3, MagLev RS3M. Is it worth it? Not really doing anything new. I mean, it's doing something new, but it's not changing the game. The only reason I think some competitors might do this is to have the hype for it. If there is something new, something you can do with it, I mean, it definitely helps with eliminate spring noise, but I've got to imagine it's more expensive to do it like that. And it's heavier. It's a lot heavier, about 20 grams heavier than other cubes are today, if not, compared to some other ones. I think I'm going to stick to the previous model, the 2020, the one that I have as my creator cube, which I think they might be out of right now. But if you want to have your puzzle, if you want something that's just kind of cool, different, has magnets, totally worth it. Something that's just new and cool and fashionable. You can be fashionable by getting this. PogChamp. I've been playing violin since 1997. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe, more content like this in the future. Let me turn on my like and subscribe banner. And as always, stop by speedkeepingview.com for more news and reviews. Thank you.